Well, we've had the busy-ish type of close season then. We've just finished pre-season, so first game today is away against Cagliari. Okay, we've had a few transfers since you were with us. This guy, never heard of him, but he's left on a free. Just keep you up to speed with that. Then we've got rid of Murtas on a free. Barlocco, he's gone out for 125k in total to Modena. Was never going to make the team, I don't think. Christiani's gone out. A lot of these are on loans. I've actually sold Hortensi, youth player. He'd never played for us that I'm aware of. He was a bit part player, so he's gone. A lot of these are players that weren't ever going to make it, but unfortunately Padilla, I'd agreed that if somebody made a silly offer then he could go, and what do you know, Bayer came and made a silly offer. It's disappointing because he would have had a place probably as left back in our team this season, but yeah, he's gone, so that's it. One of the better signings then, we've signed La Sorenza on a freebie, okay, at end of his contract. We signed him from Inter. He looks promising, okay, he's a mid defensive right or left he can play, and he can play on the wing as wing back, okay. Pace is okay, tackling is good, technique's good, but also his crossing and his dribbling, so he's going to get out wide like we like to and get the balls in. Koulibaly obviously played with us last season. He's joined us full time in the summer. We signed Rodrigo from Juventus. This is one for the future, 19-year-old Brazilian. This is when my director of football came up with, or Paolo Maldini, who's my technical director. Again, one for the future. He can figure in games. He's good enough, I think, to come in. His pace is phenomenal. Okay, passing not so at the moment, but he is only a youngster and he's going to get out wide. Crossing and dribbling is absolutely fantastic, so we're going to go with that. Yeah, so Rodrigo, one for the future. Then we've got Paul Dika, probably one of the biggest signings of the close season, midfield centre. Okay, he's probably going to come straight into the team. I said I needed to beef up a midfield, and this is it. He's got good physical stats. His midfield, all of this is really important for a midfield player. Work rate, vision, teamwork, positioning, off the ball. Leadership could have been a little bit better, but I'm happy with everything. Passing's 12, first touch is 16, tackling and technique 16. He's going to be a big player for us this season, I feel. And we've just completed the signing of Quattrini, an Italian who's playing at Bournemouth. Needed some height. We're finally starting to get some tall players, so he's 6'4". Used up all our transfer budget on this guy. Okay, we did get it up to about 20 odd million with the people going out. But yeah, jumping reach is 16, heading 16, tackling 11, techniques 15, teamwork, positioning and work rate is all good for what we want here. And he's a determined guy, and he's not going to shirk out of anything. Okay, bravery and aggression could become an issue. We will wait and see. So that's the transfers as it stands, all right. The actual, as you can see, 21.5 million out, 24 million in. So we haven't broke the bank. And this season we're starting with a bank balance of 37 million instead of a negative bank balance of 37 million, which we were around about 33, 34, 35 or something last season that we were overdrawn. So we've still got a couple of million in the... I'm not expecting to do anything else. If we do, it'll be freebies. But yeah, so we're starting the season in a positive, and the projection is very good. We're looking to be making money year on year, which is what it's all about. So today, like I said, we're away at Cagliari. Big game. Juventus played last night and won 6-1, I think it was. So yeah, we're away at Cagliari and we need to be turning it on right from the off. So we've got quite a good team, even though he's injured. He's not going to start. So this gives a place straight into the new guy's hand, who's also injured. I forgot we signed him and he straight away went and done his Achilles. That's okay. So we would just put, where is he? Bernardini. He's there for that reason. And he can go there. So, quick change about then on plans here. In fact, why wouldn't I put Fontanarosa in there? That's the team. Right, so we got Dokovic in goal. Mena, new guy, or new guy to the team, playing outright right with Fontanarosa, Akamia, and a new youth player that we've just promoted. He's been kicking around in the under-20s. He's 5'8". He can play right or left as well. And yeah, he's going to get a go. He's going to replace the guy who we unfortunately lost, who decided he wanted to go to Leipzig. So he's gone anyway. But this is Lacarenza. First, I don't think he's made any appearances for the team as yet. Oh, he did in He did a long time ago when he was like 14, 15. So anyway, he's new for us. Koulibaly and Codogno, no change there. Then out wide with Cagliari and Ercole up front. So that's the team for today. As you can see, we're carrying a couple of injuries. I'm not going to pick anybody that's injured. It's just no point. Unfortunately, we don't have. Oh, we do. Zen's not. He's got to go as soon as I get rid of him. He's going. He's not first team material at all. But he's too old to play anywhere else. So that's the team. It's going to be a bit interesting. And I didn't do squad numbers, did I? Because I was rushing, so I've got to do them now. Auto number. Just please don't give him 13. Right, take that out. You become 24. And submit. So that's that done. Sorry about that, gents. Didn't want to do that on camera, but some of these things sometimes slip your mind, especially as you get older. So we're going to go our tackling. So this is going to be the first game of our second season with Milan. We finished third last season, so we will be looking to build on that. We haven't changed tactics at all. Okay, there's been no tweaks, nothing to tactics. Same tactics that we threw it away with last season. We had a good season up until sort of 3/4 of the way through. And yeah, so Dokovic's out onto his number one place. We did have a little bit of a flurry in the market. Well, not a flurry, but looking in the market for a goalkeeper. Nothing that I wanted that was any better than Dokovic, and I'm not paying more money than what Dokovic's worth for a player that's not as good. So, or a player that's not going to play on there. There's a collie in with his first chance of the season, and he's found the keeper there. And why would that not have been a good corner? Oh, locked offside. It's going to be one of those seasons, is it? So here we go. It's pretty slow at the moment. So new guy in the midfield got muscled off it there. So I'm not expecting to see too much of that, hopefully, go forward. And this is a worry. They're out wide. This is a game, and a lovely save by Dokovic there. This is a game I'd expect to win. I'm not expecting Cagliari to be challenging for European places this season. So, this is... We're edging it. It is away. Away games are always difficult, but we're in complete control at the moment. Going to give the guys a little bit of encouragement. See if we can get some smiley faces and get a little bit of something going on here. It'd be nice to get a goal and settle the nerves. Koulibaly back to Acamia. New guy Lacrenza's playing well. Cagliari over the top. Ercole's lobbed the goalkeeper, and that's a cracking finish by Ercole. And it's good to see he's picking up where he left off. Absolutely phenomenal last year. 30 odd goals he finished with, which was fantastic performance. I didn't see any awards for top goal scorer. I don't know if they do that in Italy. I've seen loads. We picked up loads of awards for player of the seasons and players of the seasons and young players of the season and stuff. Ercole was in amongst that. So was Fontanarosa. Dokovic was winning awards. So yeah, although we didn't win anything last season, although we won the Italian Cup, so although we didn't win the league or really progress in Europe that well, we did pick up a lot of people noticed us because the players picked up a lot of awards. So yeah, very good. Koulibaly here, first appearance as a full-time Milan player. I know he's running circles around him here and then gave it away, and it's we nearly got lucky there with a jammy deflection. It could have lifted it over the goalie, but it was cleared, and this is where we have to be tight. Now this would be nice to see how we're doing. Gutted our new centre half picked up an injury as soon as we signed him. Unbelievably bad luck, but he'll be back in a few weeks. So we needed a bit. We've got a little bit more depth there now, and that's a lovely ball through. Ercole's in again, and that's 2-0. And Ercole normal services. Oh, go away. Normal service is resumed with the goalkeeper going to wipe out what looked like a perfectly good goal. Yes, thank you. Well deserved. A lovely ball there. Codogno played it back to Pesci, who played it over the top. Ercole, and bang. And on the little bits they do about who's going to do what this season, what players are going to be top scorers, who's going to be the best player, Pesci actually appears in about 5th or 6th place as a lead candidate for leading Serie A player this year. So that's good to see. So we're almost an hour in. Everything seems to be holding up well. We're 2-0 up. We get this out of the way and drop a little bit of praise on the guys before we make substitutions. So anybody that's coming off knows that they have done well before we took them off. And Ercoli's got onto that straight away. On a positive, before he got injured, Ivanov was scoring in pre-season. He's got basic Italian, so he's been sent back off on another language. Oh, and this is free in the middle. This is the worry. That was, and he looked offside actually. When the ball came, he did look offside. But I did worry him immediately. I seen him peel off in my centre half goal cross. He was unmarked in the middle, which isn't, and they're giving it, which isn't where you want him to be. And as you can see, the centre half left him, and Fontanarosa had no chance of getting back there, and that's disappointing. Oh, I thought he was offside. No, he wasn't, was he? Clearly on. Okay, so here we go then. That means we can't give him any praise with only the one goal different. So we kick off again after conceding a goal. Cagliari plays a lovely ball in behind for Koulibaly. Now Koulibaly can score, and he does, to restore the 2-goal lead. We're going to praise that straight away so that we can get some smiley faces, mainly because 7 minutes time, game time, we're going to be making some substitutions. That moves us up to third, so we're where we were last season. We do want to improve on that this year. We played Juventus pre-season friendly, lost 4-2, and Juventus missed the hatful. If it had been 10-2, it would have been fair on the number of chances they squandered. It was quite unbelievable. And I thought he disallowed it then. That did look offside to me, but hey, I'm not in the game of giving away goals. So 3-1. First competitive game since we lost miserably at home, and I've forgotten to make my substitutions. I was even watching the clock. That's fine. So they've got less time to play. A lot of the players, I'm quite chuffed with how well they're holding up at the moment. So we're going to take him out. We're going to give Rodras a bit more time this season. Collignon, he needs to come on and get some game time. He can replace Koulibaly. Who have I got that could play up front? Pereira's going to come on and replace Godogno, and that's a 5. So I was going to change a striker, but I'll leave it as is. Ivanov's injured. I don't really have a lot of depth up front at the moment, but I do have 3 strikers that can do the business, so that's what we want. Although Ivanov has yet to return the faith, and Fontanarosa gave that away. And I don't understand why Fontanarosa has suddenly become a player that doesn't look like he knows how to play football. Because last season he was a cracking player for us last season. Brought him up from the youth, and he's done really well. He's still he's 17 this year, so I would have expected him to be slightly bad. Cagliari gets stuck in there. Ercoli now, it needed to go out wide right, but Cagliari tries to get it there a little bit late. Pereira back to Ercoli. Ercoli just over the bar. That was unfortunate. Nice attack. Pity it hadn't gone straight out to the right when the break first occurred, but he had his reasons. A deep ball to the back post. Cagliari here now. Picks up a loose ball into Urban. Urban fighting for his place this season. That might be a good thing. Pereira gives the ball away weakly there. That was poor play. One of our older players again. Cagliari wants a new contract. I don't mind. I'm quite happy. He's 36 or 37 now. I'm quite happy to give him a new contract, but it'll only be a 12-month contract, and I want to see, and that's a lovely ball in. I think that's offside. And I want 6 or 7 games this season of him smashing a ball in the back of the net so that I can see he hasn't gone off the boil. Because he's at the age where he's suddenly just going to not be able to play football at the level we are at. So it's 4-1. I'm surprised that was given as well. I could have swore that looked offside to me when Ercoli finally got the ball. Lovely ball in from Pereira, making up for giving it away so weakly earlier. And yeah, that makes it 4-1. Not a bad start to the season then, guys. I'd take that. At the start of the game, I would have said, yes, we'll have that. And there you go. That's pre-season. So you've got the... I say pre-season. Quick transfer update. And you've seen us play our first game this season. We're going to go away now. I don't envisage us doing anything else. I mean, you've seen we've got £2 million in the bank. Any signings we're going to do, it's going to be kids for the future. It's not going to be anything much going on now. So we've got the Champions League to come at it somewhere. If we don't get anything. I think we're going to come back for Roma and Inter, maybe Udinese and Juventus. Remember, I was offered a job at Udinese, but they've been relegated to the second division at the time. That was 3 or 4 seasons ago, so I turned that down. And yeah, we will play. I'd like to play Juventus because they're going to be the team to beat again. They're 2 good teams as well. No, we'll come back and do Udinese Juventus. Okay, that gives us a chance to get half a dozen games under the belt, and we see where we're going for the season. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, great big thumbs up for us, please. And don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Take care.